no problem. I'm on my way. Not an issue. I've got diagnostics with me, and we'll get you sorted out. All right, but I'll see you in a bit. Right, guys. I've just had a phone call. One of the most disgusting stories I've probably had to hear. This is a Nissan Navara 2016 D23, which is the NP300. It's covered 37,000 miles, and the dealership have just screwed this guy over. So we're gonna take a look. Let's see what we find. Come on. Right, guys, so we're off to Bury in the Greater Manchester area to go and have a look at a 2016 MP300 for a particular guy. This guy who's rung me today, he's been at his wit's end for weeks and weeks. We've been in contact by phone and email regularly. To cut a long story short, this particular dealership has, the car's broke down. It's only covered 37,000 miles, so he sent it back to the main agents thinking he's going to get it done under warranty. Basically, to cut a long story short, the dealership have sent his fuel injectors off for testing to a particular company, and apparently they've had acid go through them. So that's contaminated fuel, which has voided his warranty, and they're trying to take something like £9,000 in just parts alone to repair his car. So when I spoke to him, and I said, right, well, they're not the right people to be testing them injectors, to be honest with you, because they're not an authorised agent. They have to go to an authorised agent. So we got these injectors retested at an authorised agent, and apparently the test has come back that there's been some water contamination. Well, that's quite normal, guys, with a diesel engine, but not horrendous. It's one of them things, really. So we're going to go and have a look at this vehicle. I don't believe for 1 minute it's just faulty injectors. If any of you regular watchers and subscribers will know that the last DPF video that I did on that Nissan Pathfinder that come to us as a non-runner, and then when we first checked on the trip computer and it were only showing like 11.7 miles to the gallon or something, well, this MP300's identical. The reason for that is showing on the trip computer is 9.6 miles to the gallon. So you know, for a fact, is we've just come out of the winter months, and as we know, if you're only doing a short journey, a DPF vehicle is not for you because of the way that the temperature sensors work with the ECU to overfuel the engine to get to optimum temperature. So this is exactly the same as that Pathfinder where we're going to now. Now the dirty thing about where we're going is they've not only voided his warranty on the vehicle, because you've got to remember it should have 100,000 miles, 5-year warranty, or whichever comes first. Well, it's only 3-year-old and it's only covered 37,000 miles. So it should be repaired without question under warranty. But they've refused and they've voided his warranty. So he's had to pull his car out of there as a non-runner, and it's one of them things really. We're going to go and have a look and take a look at what we find. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to send this car to probably one of the best Nissan technicians in the country, and I'm going to try and get his warranty reinstated, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to prove that this main agent, and I aren't going to tell any names, I'll tell you the names of these main agents later in another video once we get a resolution to what the problem is, because we're just at the start of the problem at the minute. So I'll be mentioning the dealerships in question later. So to cut a long story short, this guy's spent 18 grand on this MP300. He's not had it 12 months, and now he's just been told it's going to cost him another 10 grand because this main agent has misdiagnosed his fault and voided his warranty. And it's one of them things. We're going to try and get that warranty reinstated, and we're going to try and get the main agent in question to do the repair free of charge, and do the right thing, do the honourable thing. So let's see what we find when we get there.
And that was a sample out the filter. That only been on for 2 days. And that's magnetic. That's the fucking, these are the original injectors that they said was completely rusted solid beyond repair. Now that diesel Bob said he was looking at that and said it's been burnt by acid because it's discoloured.
That's false.
And then Feathers have said it's rusted solid. I mean, obviously they've gone rusty because I've left it on fucking side all weekend. for it's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't say they was beyond fucking repair.
No, but them two are over fueling, just with that. See how clean that is compared to them two.
Yeah. What's the,
Is that the original nozzle from?
so you're not bench for a week? That was these were clean, the whistle when I took them out. It was sprayed with fucking metallic silver.
Did it?
Yeah.
Fucking assholes, aren't they?
Come to it. Right. So they obviously ragged it past. There's a sensor there.
A bit of a short ass for me, this.
Yeah, that's it. Smash the fucking casing off it.
Alright. That's not good, is it?
Oh, it's still connected. The copper's still joined up. I think it's just a plastic casing that's come off.
So why have they gone for coolant pipes?
No fucking idea. All these brackets down here, I think they've thought they've had to take it off to get the rocker cover off. Because that was all off when I got it back and all my nuts and bolts were just fucking strewn across there. All injector clamps and everything were across there. And they just left it with that off with cams open. Fucking no injectors in with the bores open and everything. To sell it as spares or repairs, I reckon it's probably worth 9-10 grand. If lucky. So if it's getting up to the point where it's going to cost thousands, looks like they not only just void the warranty on the engine, they void the warranty on the whole truck due to an engine fault.
Andy, honest to God, you know when I get to this time of year, you won't believe how often I hear this and get stories like this. It's disgusting.
And you come round the side, and then they've left it up the side of the building, and then their repair bay is here, and then they've got a valeting bay here, and this was right slap bang in between the two. So I'm guessing they've got technicians coming in and out on a daily basis, getting in and out of cars, banging up, with doors and all that.
Know the fucking job.
So I said, you call that a secure and safe place to leave a customer vehicle for 12 fucking weeks, and you're denying any damage? Then you're taking the piss. They won't fucking accept any liability for that. They said the recovery man should have appraised the vehicle and done a damage report before he took it. I said, hold on a minute, you didn't do an appraisal or a damage report when it fucking got booked into you. He said, so that's fucking void straight away. And they said it was down to my recovery man to collect all the nuts and bolts off the scuttle panel and put them in a box.
We have a fucking camera on this, so we can take a photo of customers' vehicles.
Obviously,
not put no fucking wheel out protection in, have they? It's fucking starting there.
It's starting.
It fucking is. Oh, that's a joke. That is bad.
3 years old.
3 years old, man. What about the anti-corrosion warranty? 10-year anti-corrosion fucking warranty. What the fuck's going on there?
I've not learned a lesson, have
How
I?
the
Last time.
fuck?
I heard a rumour that they said the problem with the D40s was the way they was dipped because we didn't put any air.
Once we found out what we find out today, see what progress we can get today. You'll have at least today we'll have a plan moving forward on what needs to be fucking done.
37,000 mile vehicle.
That is
Just 3 year old.
ridiculous.
And that fucking twat took the full exhaust off, took this subframe out to get to the DPF. You still can't get the cunt out. It's fucking near impossible. Jesus. You just can't get it out, there's just not enough room. And you can't, I thought I'll take this out, so I took the bolts out. But if you look under here, Nissan being fucking brilliant, they bolted this in, but then it's fucking flanged on the top.
Ah.
So you can't get it out, even when you took the bolts out.
And I've had to replace them on a few occasions. Again, vehicle being a really poor starter just because that connection was shit.
That's the,
Get it to optimum temperature faster. But what it is if you're not doing a lot of long journeys, you don't get to optimum temperature. And your ECU eventually picks up on that. And that's exactly what the fucking problem that you've got here. So what we're able to do with our snap-on is what we did with the last one to rectify it, is clear and reset everything back to manufacturer's settings. So providing we haven't got a fuel issue, we should be, hopefully we'll be done with this today.
yeah.
So what we want to do is we need to get this DPF back on, let's get the fuel system back into play and
What we get.
see what we get. Might have to consider putting that. If you got charger for battery,
I've just got a jump pack, stick a jump
I've
pack
just
on
stuck
it.
them back on it, yeah.
Down here.
Right, no worries. Did it look alright, yeah?
Yeah, they're clear. I've looked down.
Right.
There's obviously a bit blackened inside, but
Yeah, it's normal.
there's no blockages.
And you know when you drained it off at the injector?
Slurping like showing that video. And I still can't figure out why the fuel tank ain't working. The fuel gauge ain't working. That sweet. Yeah, no, I can get them from the back now. Can't sensor and DPS and stuff, clean DPS out.
General service.
They've never actually had a mechanical failure or as such as
Is it
a
Nissan motor?
and I asked them to send it to Hardwick.
No, they
They said they send it to another dealership.
I suppose they've put another one on another vehicle. They haven't done that. Why bastards?
Is that a Nissan motor, or is it derived from somebody else's motor?
This is fucking Renault, isn't it?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a Renault engine. It's fucking, it's Nissan backed, don't get me wrong, because it's exactly...
French are pretty good at diesel motors, aren't they? They're a bit noisy.
About as good as they are making fucking brake calipers.
Right guys, most of what you've just seen, I didn't even know Nathan were filming. They were just us naturally working away on that NP300. And what I can tell you is, after spending a couple of hours with it, we were absolutely getting no fuel to the fuel pressure rail. We had the tank sorted out, that was working. The electronic pump was pumping the fuel to the filter, and we could also get it to the main line, but we couldn't get it beyond the fuel pump. So there's no fuel coming out at that fuel pressure rail whatsoever, so we couldn't get it started. So the plan of action now is I'm going to send it to one of the best mechanics in the country to prove my case that it's not just an injector issue that this vehicle's got, and that it should be covered under the warranty, and reinstate the warranty for the customers, because you've got to remember that just no warranty, that should have another 60,000 miles warranty. You know what I mean? It's an absolute joke, or at least another 2 years with that. So if anything goes wrong with that car within that 5-year period, that car should get repaired free of charge. No ifs, no buts. So we're going to prove that, and I'll release what happens in the near future as we get through into next week, and we'll find out what the resolution is, and I'll share it with you, and we'll see if Nissan are going to stand by the customers and, you know, do the right thing. So if you ever need my help and assistance at all, please feel free to get in contact. You can give me a call on the numbers at the end of the video. There's a new international number at the end of the video. All I can say is subscribe for more. I'll keep you updated. Sunny England, it's gorgeous today. Thanks for watching, and come again.